Imagine that on 4 a.m., each of you start hearing bomb explosions, severe explosion. Justin, can you imagine hearing your children hear all these severe explosions, bombing of airport, bombing of Ottawa airport, tens of other cities of your wonderful country. Can you imagine that?
For the past 20 days, he's been the West's window into the war gripping his home country. On Tuesday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy addressed the Canadian Parliament, pleading with them to have Canada join the fight.
Can you imagine when you call your friends, your friendly nation, and you ask, please close the sky, close the airspace, please stop the bombing. How many more cruise missiles have to fall on our cities until you make this happen? And in return, they express their deep concerns about the situation.
Zelenskyy dismissed fears of escalation and implored Canada to help enact a no-fly zone over Ukraine. NATO has repeatedly ruled the idea out, with Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg pointing out a no-fly zone must be enforced by NATO soldiers opening fire on Russian planes and Russian anti-air. However, Zelenskyy expressed optimism Canada would intervene.
Please understand how important it is for us to close our airspace from Russian missiles and Russian aircrafts. I hope you can understand. I hope you can increase your efforts.
He's calling for protection of civilian life in Ukraine. Whether that's done through a no-fly zone or other means is for military strategists to figure out, but we need to protect lives, prevent more deaths in Ukraine.
Leaders of each party in the Commons expressed their support for Ukraine, but only the Conservative Party's interim leader said she'd back a no-fly zone.
We must do more, together with our allies, to secure Ukraine's airspace. We need to protect... protect at a minimum the airspace over the humanitarian corridors so that Ukrainians can seek safe passage away from the war zones and to allow humanitarian relief to reach those areas under siege.
Though Conservative MPs downplayed the idea a no-fly zone could lead to war.
We're not declaring war. We're just trying to help people. This is responsibility to protect is what we're talking about.
Canada's foreign minister, however, seemed to say that while a no-fly zone isn't being planned, other options are being considered.
We need to make sure that we're not triggering international conflict, and at the same time, we're in creative mode, and we're willing to talk with allies to see how we can further support Ukraine.
In Ottawa, Xiaoli Li, City News.